coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Fournette, a first down carry. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick: make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Again, it's Fournette. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd down following the run. Now Brees. Steps away to his left. And some space here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's going to fire one deep, middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And the back goes into motion. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Coleman has it here right side. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts. Really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end. Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run it again with Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Underneath, Ivory. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They go play action here on first down. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Now Bortles on the bootleg. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl. But third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
He still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Now Breeze. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be...
And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Blake Bortles, 14 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Bortles to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now they run with a backup. It's Chris Ivory. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a letdown there. I mean, you figure for a kicker, these are ideal conditions.
Yeah, partner. I mean, this is a relative chip shot. You're in the center of the field. No real wind to speak of.
None.
And this is just a mishit. Cost them 3 points.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again, it's Kamara. And not too much going there, as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he is knocked down from the side. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen, because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter, as he'll go for it on 4th down. And not a typical move here. Instead of a punt, the offense is going to try to go for it. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Bortles to throw. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So after the INT, it's Bortles. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
They've had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Fournette, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there, punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Bortles And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Breeze will try again on second down. Looking long for Thomas. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Malik Jackson with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Breeze got to have this one. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Bortles now on first down. Flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Craig Robertson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Bortles. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Ivory. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. From the gun, it's Breeze. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush. This one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
Busy man thus far.
Played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Seven yards to go on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Down 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Get loud. Over here.
Into the red zone. It's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down.